Hey, this is TT, and Chloe came to me and said, TT, fix my hair again. So we're just going to do something simple, and again, like many of the hairstyles I do on her, and we try to focus on people that have long hair and get up on your knees. She has longer than waist length hair. Her waist is about here, and she just got a little trim, so she's down to here now. So many hairstyles that we find on YouTube are really great, but they sometimes have a lot more hair left at the end of the hairdo, and it doesn't go into that because medium length or shoulder length hair, you know, you're done. And so we want to help people that want to fix long hair. And this is one that it's great for school. It's great for soccer. It's you can dress it up if you want to. Now I'm going, if you'll notice, in front of her ear and going up at a slight angle, almost straight up, on both sides. This is going to be a 3-part ponytail. And I see so many people that don't get this part even. And these little girls' hair is beautiful, and you can't tell because it's ratty. So you want that part to be even, and you'll often hear me tell her to look up or look down. That gets the head in position. And I'm just getting all the wispies back, and I'm using a small elastic. And again, we recommend the little tiny plastic elastics or the material covered plastic rubber bands, not regular office rubber bands. Those will pull the hair out, break it off, make split ends, and it's terrible. Now I want you to notice, again, we really emphasize this. We don't want this part to show. We're not going to tighten this ponytail up here. We want it to be back a little bit, and sometimes I'll even push it just to get that part covered. Now I've just taken 3 even sections of, this is organza ribbon, and what I do, and this is especially on a school day, I take the ribbon, I pull one loop up underneath, and I'm going in the way the hair is coming in the rubber band. I don't want to go backwards because I don't want to make anything. I don't want any of the hair to frazzle back up. So I've taken the rubber and I've secured the rubber band. The ribbon under the rubber band, and that's in case she's at school running around the playground and her bow comes undone. She's not going to lose her ribbon. It might fly in the wind, but she's not going to lose it. It's still going to be attached. And that's just a free little tip for you. And I'm just tying it around the rubber band and making a simple bow. Now I'm going to pull the bow in such a way. Now I don't pull the bow tight until I get it kind of where I want it. I pull them back in and I tie it once I get it where I want it. And these, if that's a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, that's fine. Sometimes I'll nip them, but I keep her ribbons. I don't use a different ribbon every time I fix her hair, so I don't cut much of them. Now I'm going to take this, and to me that almost looks upside down, so I'm going to kind of pull it underneath here and re-tighten it. So I'll pull the loops back some. I'm going to take my fingers and hold them down this time as I pull the ribbon, and that'll make the ribbons kind of lay more under instead of over. Now, since it's going to be a 3-part, I'm going to measure from about the middle of her ear, and I'm going to come almost straight back on both sides. I may angle up a little bit to keep, because I kind of want the portions to be, I may angle up a little bit more on this, because her hair is real thick through the middle. And I want to keep equal portions. I want it to look even. I don't want to have just a tiny little bit of hair here and a big old thick wad of hair here. And that's really even now too much. So I'm going to come up closer to where I came before and angle up a little more, because I want to catch less hair. And that feels better to me. And we're just going to take this that's hanging down. I just kind of twist it over her shoulder, keep it out of my way. And I'm going to pull the bow out of the way, and I'm just going to take the brush and smooth it. And again, I don't want to make it so tight, but I want to catch it all in such a way to hold it securely. So I try to go with growth of the hair instead of backwards to it. And I want to just make it maybe 3 wraps, depending on your child. There's some kids I felt with their hair, I could wrap that thing around their hair 10 times. With hers, 3 is about good. Now, again, I don't want it tightened up to where this part and this unevenness shows. I want it to lay down a little bit. So, I'm taking my second ribbon. I just cut it, oh, what's that, about 1 foot? Yeah. And again, I'm going to flip the hair. I'm going to take one end of the ribbon. I'm just going to get 1 loop. And the way I've got the hair in them, I'm going to do it in about half. Trying to make sure I'm not pulling and hurting her. Because that's one thing I don't want to do, is make it uncomfortable. And 2, if you don't have it too tight, the child's going to be much more comfortable for a whole school day. Again, I just made a loose knot. And I'm going to make the ribbon. Okay, and this time I'm going to hold this down and kind of angle my tails down so that when the bow tightens, it'll tighten. Put them down. Okay, and also that's going to keep that rubber band, the ribbon, right where the rubber band is. It's not going to be a bow halfway down and the rubber band showing, because you've got it secured underneath, and she won't lose her ribbon. Okay, you get up a little bit higher, and I'm going to ask you to come back this way a little bit and look down really hard for me. Okay, I want her, the end, to be right up to her hairline. And it's equal distance from here to here and from here to here, so that it looks even and put together. Now, I'm going to use the heavier rubber band because I've got all of her hair caught here, and I don't want the little elastic tie to have to try to do the job with all this hair. So I'm going to tie it around as many times as I think I can get away with. And again, I want her to look down, and I'm going to just tug it a little bit and get it, right where I want it. And I'm going to do the third ribbon. And I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm not going to flip it because it's all over hair. I'm just going to take and run the rubber band 1 loop up, and I'm going to pull the ribbon through until it's even at the ends. And I'm going to bring it around, get the other ones out of it, tie a nice knot, make the same bow that I made before. And again, I want those tails to aim down, so I'm going to, before I tighten the bow ribbon, I'm going to get those tails laying the way I want them to lay instead of the way they want to lay. And there you go. You've got your 3-way ponytail. Now, with this end, since it's so nicely kept at the head, this will be fine. Kind of come up high on your knees, baby, so they can see. It can just hang like that. Now I can take and braid the end, and if I did that, and again, I braid underhanded, which is considered really, really wrong around here, but it's the way I learned. So I would probably just braid it about half of her tail, and I may braid it all the way down, and I get looser at the end so that it doesn't look so disproportionate. I do it looser as I get to the end, and I would use a simple white elastic or black to match whatever she's got on. I would use one of those little elastic ties if I had one for the end, probably. Make sure it's nice and secure, nice and flat. and she would be ready to go. Look this way, Chloe. She looks nice, scooch down. She looks nice from the front, neat in the back. Her hair's out of her way. It's not going to bother her. It's not going to fall down while she's at school. Come on down. It's going to stay. And if I didn't want to do all the ribbons, if she weren't going to be going anywhere fancy, I would just eliminate the top one and the bottom one. I would just put a bow here, and that would just be, you know, something for every day. And she would wear this every day if I let her. You know, I mean, it's just according to what your style is, what your event is. And there you go. This is a 3-part ponytail. Thanks for watching.